Hi guys, today I want to try out the Annabel Spenceley stamps I've recently picked up. I did get both sets that HSN had available. If I have any links in the description box, they will be affiliate links, which means I will make a small commission if you use any of those links there. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's so cute, the little background. I was like, there's a little star on here. It's just a little background, it's decorated. So those two different sets, and of course, you can find these on Craftstash, Crafter's Companion. You know, sometimes they're sold out here, they're there, you know, whatever it is. But I'll have the links that that I make available there. So it's pretty much all of the holiday stamps. Do I have? Should be two different ones, yeah. So as far as the names of these, Happy Holidays, From Our Home to Yours, Twinkle Twinkle. That one's so cute. Enjoy the Festivities. Now, these do not have dies, okay? So yeah, this is very cute, the little thing, but if you want to fussy cut that, I just use it as decoration. If I use any of these, I'm probably going to use some kind of a die to cut around them. And then this, oh, this is one of my favorite ones. The little Hello Winter with the reindeer. Oh, this one's cute. Oh, what fun. It's a little guy, it looks like. Oh, and this little sweet angel girl. Be merry and bright. And then we have Making Spirits Bright. So what I'm going to do is probably grab some paper real quick. I'm going to use my new Spectrum Noir brush tips, I believe, the tricolor or tri-blend. And we'll put something together. Okay, so I chose this one, of course. What I'm going to do is just stamp this out. It does have a lot of other like little sentiments and cute things that go along with it. The little grass, which is cute, but I think I'm probably just going to cut it out, like I said, with some kind of dye. So what's nice about these is that they're inexpensive and they are photopolymer and they smell like photopolymer, which is one of my favorite scents in the world. And I'm just going to stamp this guy up. And I'm going to use an alcohol-proof ink. Again, I have this one here, but you can use Memento inks. It just made me laugh because I was like, what is the other brand of ink? I've just been using this one for so long, and I know I have inks that you use with like your Copics and stuff. But yes, Memento, thank you guys for reminding me. And I have a big piece of Crafter's Companion stamping card. I do want to cut around this, so I'm going to give it some room, but I had another piece that was barely around it, and I thought, well, so now it would have worked if I was just going to cut like a rectangle around this. Ooh, so nice and crisp. Alright, so Miranda's going to start school in just a minute, and normally I don't record everything that I do when I color something, so I'm not going to do that. But I do want to show you, I do have all of my new tri-blends in this Arteza case, and I told you I really like these cases. They hold all kinds of different pens and markers, so this is the one I picked up. I'm probably going to pick up another splatter case and another one of these. This one's $1 less than the splatter design for whatever reason. They're the exact same. But I also like their hard case, the one that came, I have for the 96 brush pens. So maybe I'll pick that up because I have some other like aqua markers, all those kind of things that I just have kind of sitting around. So I would love to get them in a case like this. And so I started on this side, and I just left them in the order that they came in, you know, so I have my little card, and also they're just in the order that they arrived in, and I still have room for another, you know, the auto ship that's going to keep coming. So I will have links for all of that. And remember, on Arteza, use your points. They always give you points as you shop, and you can use them for like dollars off your order. So just make sure you look into like my rewards under your account or however, and they'll be there. So I'm going to pick out colors, and I figured on him I was going to use a dark brown and then maybe some light brown in the other areas. And then if you look on here, I never really, you know, trust myself. I'm like, oh, okay, this is cute. And it's cute that she's wearing green. I was going to make her red, but you know what? Maybe we'll do green. Just something a little different, right? She looks more like a little elf or something. So I need a few different browns, you know. So I'm going to look here, and I actually, again, I have my little sheet here. So maybe for his little color, I like this earth brown. So I'll use earth brown, which is right here. And maybe for the little tan areas, the gold brown, which should be near that earth brown. Where is it? Right here. So I'll do a little bit of that just so you can kind of see. So again, I always go in with, and these are the brush tips, so they are a little bit bigger. So for small areas, maybe you want to use your original Spectrum Noirs or however, but I'm just going to come in here with the light, color it all in. So this one's kind of difficult because there's no shadow. Where's the shadow going to come from? So what I do when it's something like this, I just put darkness like at the edges. So I'll go in with the darkest one and maybe bring some in here. there's not really a lot to do with that, you know. Maybe make up your own little dark area, and then go into the mid color, pull some of that in, and then go back with the lightest color. So it's easier to add highlights and this and that when there's more going on. I might go around the edges a little bit, but like here, down here, I'm going to use the same thing. So I will come in with the lightest color. Usually you want to saturate your paper. So I know whenever you watch like Leanne, I haven't seen Leanne in a while on the Crafters TV, but anyway, she'll come back in again with like another coat or like just a lot, right? So I know I'm not putting enough. So I'll go with the darkest one, and now I'll go under his little chin, under her little glove, in here. And that'll add that shadow. And pull some out with the... This is a good blend. I do like the way these colors blend. And then back in with the lightest color. Okay, and I will be working with Miranda in class. Sorry that you guys missed that. I just noticed it was out of frame. So okay, all I did was use the light color, you know, and then I came in with the darkest one. I am so sorry. I closed up and I'm like, yeah, that's what I want. And I just did this, literally just a little V right there. And then I grabbed the medium, just pulled a little bit of that out, just like I did here. And then I went back over with the lightest color. I am sorry that that did not come out. Let's see. They also have some under his ear. So let's say, like in here, same thing. There we go. And then bring some of that darkness in here. I may not go back to the medium. Well, okay, and then the lightest again. Okay, I'll do the same thing for this other side. The darker brown would be his little body, and this is one that scares me the most. But let's see what the lightest. So this one, I would come in. Since this is a dark color, obviously I want to miss his little eyes. So what I love about a brush pen is that it's just so much smoother. Like the brush strokes, or you know what I'm saying, as I'm coloring in here, it looks nicer than using a little nib, a little hard nib, but it looks like he's brown all the way down to here. Okay, so then now I'll take the darkest brown and oop. So I'll take the darkest one and I'll come under here. I am so sorry that that kind of... And you do the same thing with any of your nibs. I don't really know where else to put a shadow. I think that's about it for now. Maybe here. Just to... And then the medium color. And then back to the lightest color. Okay, and then his little nose, I'll probably just go in with the darkest. Actually, let's go with the medium. I'm still using the same earth brown on this one. Just I'm looking at the pictures and they just kind of went with the darker brown, so I'm going to go with the darkest of the brown. That's the middle color. And then the darkest color, just to kind of give it a little more. Okay, and I'll do the same thing with his little hoofs. So if I look at the picture, you see his little hoofs are like that dark brown, and then his little eyes, and then these guys. So I'll just do the same thing, kind of mimic that. And with her, you know, same thing I've always done. Let me see if I can find my tan. So the tan blend is a little bit different in this one, so I don't know if it's going to look as nice. Oh, tan is here, see? I didn't even think. I do like the original tan blend. This one is really... I don't know. Let me see. We'll start. So I'm just doing a little bit of something just so you can kind of see the skin, how I would do that. So this tan blend is TN1 TN7 and TN8. So from 1 to 7, I mean, that's a big jump. And then in the other guys, it's a little bit nicer blend. And also in the other guys, you can mix them together, right? So if you wanted to bring those over and get a better blend, you can do that. But see how dark that is? Ooh, it's almost purple brown. I don't know if this is going to work out. Go with the medium color. Pull some of that down. Actually, this might be okay. And then I come in. Wow, I did not trust that at all, but it's not bad. I was like, there's no way this is going to blend. I did get quite a bit there. Okay. And then if you want to give her like little pink cheeks or whatever, you know, do your thing. I have these guys. I will use this magenta and maybe the lightest pink. I don't know, where in here somewhere. Give her lots of pink cheeks. You could always blend that back out too if you feel like it's too much. Just come back in with your tan shade, the light side. Hey, not bad. And then when her hair comes in, it'll look more natural. Okay, and that's the only skin shade in this because it's just her little eyes. And then you color in her little eye colors. All right, guys. Again, the other tip I always like to give is whenever I leave something white, I'll take like gray or a very icy blue and just go around the edges. So I'll take the icy blue one in this point. This is true blue. It's very blue, but I will go around the edges like this. Just so you can see that, okay, that's supposed to be white. I do like using gray. I like using a very, very light blue. This one's a little bit crisper than I want, but that's okay. So wherever there's white, I'll go in there and just kind of do that, and that'll kind of give it a feeling of at least that you didn't just leave it alone. You know it's there. Okay. Oh. See? All right, I will be back when this is all colored in. Okay, well, I'm done. That didn't take very long. I think I found the new thing I'll be doing while I'm sitting with Miranda. I'm gonna take the very light blue and just put a little something underneath here, but you can go around the whole image, which is always a fun thing to do. Just adding a little ground, but you can kind of go around this, and it just makes it pop that much more if you want to do that. But I'm gonna leave it alone just like this. Okay, next thing we're gonna do is cut this out. Okay, so I'm going to use these nesting dies. These are back in stock on HSN. I'll have links for them, but this is a diamond pressed circular nesting dies. So it includes the oval here, and then the scalloped oval, and then I think circle and scallop circle, but there aren't many left either. So I'm always checking that out because people are always asking about them. So the squares right now are sold out, but these are in stock. So I'm just going to put this down on here, trim this down obviously. And then I'm also going to cut out, I'm really into the deep red right now, but I'm going to use this brighter red, and I'm going to cut out this guy. So on the marquee, I'm just going to roll these through, and I will be right back. They might make a little cuff. If you really want this, like to get that little indentation that you get sometimes from a die on the edge, you would want to run it through with some foam if you're doing the marquee. But of course, if you have any other machine, just run it back through with your foam. A lot of times, whenever you cut it the first time, it just works. Like it'll come out with that little ring on it. So let me see here. So I'm just going to pop this out, and then again I'll run the red one through, and then we'll just layer it up and maybe add a little twine, a little something cute, maybe some Nouveau drops, you know, who knows. But you always want to add a little something to complement all your little coloring and things. Hopefully you can see there's a little bit of a ridge right there that looks so cute. So if you want that more pronounced, again, run it through with some foam, but it should be okay. All right, I'm gonna pop this one out. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna make this just a little more fun. I was just gonna keep it basic, but might as well. So I cut my standard A2 size paper at 4 1/4 wide, and then we're gonna score it at 5 1/2 inches here. And I have this piece of green, and hopefully this works out. This might be kind of like the same reason I don't like when pop-up cards, when you put something in the center and the inside, when you go to open it, like sticks. But I'm going to try it anyway. So this is just a piece of cardstock from the Pebbles Christmas stack, an old stack that I've had for a long time. And I am going to glue this down just to make it quick, but if I wasn't gonna make it quick, I would rather do this with a wet glue. So I'm gonna mat this here. Look at all that glitter just shedding. Ridiculous shedding on this glitter. Okay, there. And the reason I'm doing this quick is because obviously I'm kind of busy. But we're going to do that. And then I'm going to bring this over. And hopefully this will still work out. I'm going to score this whole thing at, I guess 2.5. Yeah, this is 5.5 inches. Let's do 2. Nah, 2.5 is fine. Just keep it simple. So I'm scoring that, pressing down because there's 2 layers. Making sure I'm trying to get that pretty well as I can get it. Alright, okay, not bad. Not bad, it's doing it. Alright. And I'm carefully going to score it because of that glitter paper, but we're going to make this into a easel card. Look at all that glitter. Oh, that's the worst. Okay. This can be right on it or popped up. What do I want to do? You know what? I'm going to go ahead and pop it up just to add a little more. And you see the color in the back? That's pretty much what you want to do whenever you have anything like this. You want to soak it through so well that it comes through the back of your paper. So I'm going to add these. I'll be right back. I'm going to take the backs off them and all that. And I'll be right back. Down there. Oh, I did want to mention, I just saw Elizabeth Craft Designs is going to have 20% off their entire site again. I'll have the code in the description box, but it's their Labor Day sale. So that's really nice, because I did forget a couple things I wanted to pick up, and I was like, oh, darn, but they're back on sale, so I can do that again. All right, I am going to use a wet glue for this, because of all that. It's going to be very hard for a dry glue to stick, so I'm just going to put glue on this bottom portion, pretty generous amount. And I'm just going to eyeball this. So I'm going to leave this sitting. So cute. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to leave something weight on this, maybe this. Just make sure there's not glue sticking out where I don't want it. No, perfect. Okay. So I'm just going to put this on here. Let that sit for just a bit. And I will be back to finish it up. That's setting up. Let's get our sentiment going for the inside. And I just cut a strip off of this, just a small strip, and that direction so that it'll have more of the glitter showing. And I'm just going to stamp something. So let me see, actually. We have friendly festive wishes. That's kind of cute. Let's do that one. Also, I just picked the one that coordinates with how long or how wide that strip is. We can put that here. Okay. I just had the ink. Here it is. I'm just going to use the same finesse, but you can use VersaFine's always great to stamp really fine things like this with, or whatever you like to use is great. Look at that. Cute and crisp. And of course you can cut this on your paper trimmer, guillotine, whatever it is that you like to use, but I always just eyeball things like this, and I probably need to get closer, but a little bit closer. Not super straight. Let me get that again. And again, another cute thing to do is cut these up. I always like to do that. That's always a fun, kind of more artsy way of using something like this. So in the middle of my daughter's class, I don't know why they do this thing called Mindful Minute, but she puts them in there for like 20 minutes and they're just watching videos, which is odd. But, you know, maybe they need a little break. Maybe they've found that kids need, I don't know. I'm just like, this is kind of, I don't know. Anyway, the reason I'm mentioning that is because that's basically what she's working on right now. So she doesn't need me to instruct her. She's just clicking video links, basically. All right. Looks good. So this is going to be our stopper. All right, I'm gonna let that just set up a little bit longer, and then we'll finish it. Okay, guys, so to finish this up, I have this little piece of this carrier, so I'm just gonna cut some of this from the excess on these things, and I'm gonna put that on here. Okay, sorry. My son came down for a break himself. Okay, so we have this. We have this cutie, and then there's no sentiment on the outside here, but if you want to put one, you know, obviously do whatever you like. I'm just trying to think of how far I want this to be up. Oh, and that's another thing. You can obviously line this here with a pretty decorative paper, or I just kind of leave it like this. And that way you can write, and it's just white, and you can write your sentiment. But again, and you can put another mat around this. You can do whatever you like. There's a lot of cute stamps in here. I was like, oh, this would be cute to stamp like in the corners in here. And then you can just color in to have a little extra decoration there. But if not, we have this, we have this. I think that's pretty good. Maybe I'll come in with, I don't know, I had the twine here that I was thinking about putting like a little something. But I would use the red one. This is a mess. I'd use this red one here. And what I always like to do is kind of wrap this around my fingers a few times to make like a bow, but not really. It's just a little something. I always have to do this right. I always make it, and sometimes it looks kind of funky, so you gotta be careful with what you're doing. But let me come around here. Sorry, guys. Over here. Sometimes Miranda takes her break and she likes to still sit there. I'm like, your reason you're taking a break is that you're supposed to walk away from the table, you know, so your little buns aren't hurting sitting there the whole time. Just keep wrapping around and around until it makes sense, till it looks nice. Something like that. Maybe more towards the middle. I'll stick it right there, I think. That'll be good. Okay, let me get a little glue and then put this back down. And I'm using this stuff because it holds on really well, but 3D glue gel would be great too. And that's it, guys. So hopefully you like this quick tutorial, a little bit about coloring. Oh, I did want to mention, as far as the eyes, I don't know if you can see, I left a little bit of white in there, but not too much. On this one, I colored the whole thing in. And I was like, well, that's weird because they have white here. So what they did is they didn't color the edges here, like this little space here, little space here. So if you look at the characters, they didn't color in that little space behind the eye, see? And I guess I could take a white gel pen or something and come in here and just kind of clean that up if I wanted to do that. Let me see if I have one and see if it makes any difference. Or you can use your blender pen to kind of get rid of some of that. Okay, sorry, I was trying to see if this gel pen was ready. So I would just bring it in here and maybe add a little white back in. And that does kind of make it look a little nicer, doesn't it? It kind of pops. So when you're coloring, just make sure to skip that area, I suppose, if that's what you want to do. And it looks a lot nicer. Alright, I just want to make sure that you saw that. How cute is that? Alright guys, I'll have pictures for you, links in the description box, and I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.